All right, let's talk about the 5 a.m. club. You know, those people who leap out of bed before the sun, journal their life goals, run a marathon, and invent cold fusion all before breakfast. They swear it's the secret to success. But what if you're a normal person? What if your first thought in the morning isn't carpe diem, but 5 more minutes? What if you despise the morning? Well, here's the 5 a.m. routine for people who will never, ever wake up at 5 a.m. See, here's the twist. You don't actually need to wake up at an ungodly hour. What you need is to steal the benefits of those early risers without sacrificing your sanity or your precious sleep. This isn't about discipline. It's not about forcing yourself to do something you hate. It's about designing a morning that doesn't feel like a punishment. It's about winning the morning on your own terms, even if your morning starts at 8, 9, or even 10 a.m. Let's break it down. First up, the biggest mistake we all make: thinking the morning starts in the morning. It doesn't. Your morning routine actually starts the night before. Your mornings fail because your night self sabotages you. You know who I'm talking about. That version of you that stays up scrolling through social media, watching one more episode, and leaving a mess for your future self to deal with. That night you is your morning's worst enemy. So here's the fix: the 10-minute shutdown ritual. It's simple. Before bed, spend just 10 minutes setting your future self up for success. First, clear one hotspot. That's a small area that collects clutter, like your desk chair, the kitchen counter, or the spot next to your bed. Just clear it. Second, set out your clothes for tomorrow. All of them, down to the socks. Third, prep one small joy. This could be setting up your coffee maker so all you have to do is press a button, creating a new music playlist, or putting your favorite mug out. Why does this work? Because you're leaving breadcrumbs for your groggy, morning self to follow. You're reducing the number of decisions you have to make when your brain is barely online. Morning you behaves a lot better when night you has already done the heavy lifting. You're not relying on willpower, you're relying on preparation. Okay, next point. Wake up one level earlier, not 4 hours earlier. A lot of us get inspired and decide, that's it. I'm waking up at 5 a.m. tomorrow. We go from an 8 a.m. wake up to a 5 a.m. alarm. That's not a habit change, it's self-inflicted torture. It's like trying to teleport to Mars using a paperclip. Your body and brain will revolt. You'll hit snooze so hard you might break your phone, and then you'll feel like a failure for the rest of the day. So, the fix is to micro-shift. Move your wake-up time just 15 minutes earlier. That's it. Stick with that new time for at least 4 days, maybe even a week, until it feels normal. Then, and only then, you can shave off another 15 minutes. It might seem slow, but it's sustainable. Why does this work? Because small, incremental changes disarm your brain's resistance. Your internal alarm system doesn't go off. A 15-minute change is barely noticeable. A 3-hour change, however, triggers a full-blown rebellion. You're easing your body into a new rhythm instead of shocking it. Now for the moment you actually wake up. Let's be real. Those influencers who leap out of bed like caffeinated gazelles, that's not reality for most of us. You probably wake up feeling like a crumpled piece of laundry. So here's a crucial mindset shift. Don't aim for energetic. Aim for uncrumpled. You're not trying to summon superhuman motivation from the depths of your soul. You're just trying to gently unfold yourself into the day. The fix for this is a simple, 3-step uncurl sequence. As soon as your alarm goes off, step 1, drink a glass of water that you left by your bed the night before. Hydration is key. Step 2, get some light. Open the curtains, turn on a lamp, or even just look at your phone screen for a minute. Light signals to your brain that it's time to stop producing melatonin, the sleep hormone. Step 3, slow physical movement. This isn't a workout. It's a gentle stretch, rolling your ankles, shrugging your shoulders. Just get the blood flowing. Why does this work? You're not fighting your body, you're working with it. You're coaxing your nervous system to come online gently. You're telling it, hey, we're waking up now, but it's okay, we're not in a rush. This sequence respects your biology. It's a physiological handshake with the morning, not a wrestling match. Okay, you're uncrumpled, but you still feel a bit like a zombie. Your body is awake, but your mind hasn't quite remembered who you're supposed to be today. You feel directionless. This is where the 5-minute identity warm-up comes in. It's about reminding your brain of its mission for the day. Here's the fix. Take just 5 minutes for a mini ritual that shapes your identity. First, quickly review your top 3 most important tasks for the day. Not your whole to-do list, just the top 3. Second, and this might sound a little weird, but trust me, name the version of yourself you need to be today. Are you focused writer, patient parent, or confident presenter? Giving that identity a name makes it real. And third, take one single, deep, grounding breath. Inhale purpose, exhale the fog. Why does this work so well? Because a morning routine isn't just about aesthetics, like a pretty planner and a fancy cup of tea. It's about psychological architecture. You are literally building the mindset you need for the day ahead. You're priming your brain to act in accordance with the identity you've chosen, making it easier to stay on track and feel in control. Next, let's talk about motivation. If your morning is just a parade of chores, wake up, get dressed, rush out the door, your body and brain will revolt. They will seek comfort, and that comfort is the snooze button. You can't guilt trip yourself into being a morning person. You have to bribe yourself. The fix is to give yourself one pleasurable anchor. This is a tiny, indulgent joy that you only get to have in the morning. It's something you genuinely look forward to. It could be listening to that one podcast you absolutely adore. It could be sipping a really good, expensive coffee that you save just for mornings. It could be turning on a cozy lamp that feels like your own personal sunrise. The key is that it has to be something that feels like a treat, not another task. Why is this so effective? Because pleasure is a far more powerful motivator than guilt. Friction is what makes mornings hard. That feeling of resistance. Pleasure is the lubricant that reduces that friction. When your brain knows a reward is coming, it's much more willing to get out of bed. You're not just waking up to obligations. You're waking up to a small moment of joy. Finally, let's address the overwhelm. The moment you wake up, your brain can flood with everything you have to do. The meetings, the errands, the deadlines. It's paralyzing. You imagine the entire day's challenges, and you just want to hide under the covers. The fix is to focus only on the first domino, not the whole lineup. Your only job in the first few minutes of being awake is to complete the smallest possible starter task. This could be as simple as putting on your running shoes. Not going for a run, just putting on the shoes. Or opening your laptop. Not writing a report, just opening the laptop. It should be an action so small that it feels ridiculous not to do it. Why does this work? Because momentum is the real secret to a successful morning. Not motivation, momentum. Once you knock over that first tiny domino, the next one is easier to tip. And the one after that. You're not trying to pay for the whole day with your limited morning energy. That's a dopamine overdraft. You're just making one small withdrawal to get the ball rolling. Action creates momentum, and momentum creates motivation, not the other way around. So let's recap. Start your morning the night before. Make tiny, 15-minute shifts to your wake-up time. Aim to get uncrumpled, not energetic. Do a 5-minute identity warm-up. Bribe yourself with a pleasurable anchor. And focus only on the very first domino. Look, the 5 a.m. routine isn't really about the number on the clock. It was never about the clock. It's about reclaiming the first hour of your day and making it serve you, not punish you. It's about building a morning that you don't have to dread, a routine that works for you, even if you still think sunrise is deeply, deeply suspicious. Try some of these out. You don't have to do all of them. Just pick one or two that resonate with you and see what happens. You might just find that you don't hate mornings as much as you thought. Thanks for watching, and if this helped, you know what to do. See you in the next one.